Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a stretch of tech and gaming news so incredibly dense, it honestly feels like a dispatch from some sci-fi future. We're breaking down tech and games coverage spanning just 4 wild days. Seriously, this isn't your standard run-of-the-mill tech update. Over a crazy 96-hour window, the entire landscape of technology, cybersecurity, and gaming completely shifted. So buckle up because we're going to decode exactly what went down and, more importantly, how to survive it. Okay, the absolutely crucial thing to keep in mind today is the date, May 2026. This is a super volatile landscape. We're talking about technological leaps, AI integration, and frankly, devastating cyber threats that feel like they were pulled straight out of a cyberpunk novel. But no, this is the very real, lightning-fast present we're dealing with right now. To really wrap your head around the sheer chaos, let's map out this timeline. In just 4 days, world-altering events basically took over the tech and game news ticker. Day 1, Apple completely shatters records with a $111 billion milestone. Day 2, Wall Street gets hit with an AI-driven flash crash. Day 3, the incredibly hyped Switch 2 gets completely hacked. And by day 4, the world is facing its first ever quantum ransomware attack. The sheer volume of high-stakes news here is staggering, which is exactly why we need to sort through this chaos today. So here's our roadmap for today's explainer. Welcome to May 2026, the agentic AI revolution, quantum threats and invisible hackers, gaming industry massive shakeups, and finally, equipping for the future. Section 2, the agentic AI revolution, the helpers and the threats. What's fascinating here is how we're defining agentic AI. This isn't the AI of the early 2020s where you just typed a prompt and got a block of text back. Not anymore. Agentic AI means advanced systems that act autonomously to execute incredibly complex tasks. We're talking about tools like Cursor IDE and Windsurf. These aren't just autocomplete plugins, they're literally coding and building entire applications from scratch. They're essentially acting as invisible, autonomous employees. But as you might guess, this is a massive double-edged sword. On one hand, we've got AI helpers, mind-blowing creative innovations like Cursor and Windsurf for coding, OpenAI's Sora live transforming video generation on the fly, and super advanced AI baked right into Grand Theft Auto 6. But on the flip side, AI threats. Those exact same autonomous capabilities caused an AI-driven flash crash on Wall Street, triggered massive Pentagon AI military contracts, and sparked global AI sanctions. So we're looking at a tech that's both a miraculous creator and a truly serious systemic risk. It all really boils down to hiring the invisible employee. Whether you're a solo indie dev using Windsurf to build an app or the actual Pentagon deploying autonomous defense systems, the workforce has fundamentally shifted. It really makes you stop and ask, how does your digital life change when your main assistant or your main adversary never sleeps and thinks at the speed of light? Section 3, Quantum Threats and Invisible Hackers, the Digital Security Crisis. Just take a second to process the scale of the breaches reported in a matter of days. A major Coinbase hack, 10 million passwords stolen from a password manager, a massive Discord vulnerability, a GitHub security crisis, the N-Gate malware literally stealing bank cards via NFC, and a Chrome zero-day exploit. The speed and frequency of these massive security breaches across major platforms is terrifying. It's like the digital walls are being breached from every single angle all at once. But wait, it actually gets worse. This all builds into a totally unprecedented threat, quantum ransomware. The May 6 Morning Report flagged the very first quantum cyber attack. This is a devastating new class of attack that uses quantum computing power to absolutely lock down systems. Traditional encryption, it simply cannot hold up against a quantum assault. This is a next-generation threat level where all the old rules of digital defense just go out the window. Which brings us to a super urgent directive. You need to secure your crypto wallets and gaming accounts against invisible AI hackers today. Notice that term, invisible AI hackers. You're not just fighting, teenagers in basements anymore. You're up against those autonomous, agentic AI systems we talked about earlier, which have now been weaponized to hunt for vulnerabilities 24/7. There is absolutely an urgent need to lock down your digital assets right now. Section 4, Gaming Industry Massive Shakeups, Consolidations, Hacks, and Delays. Let's look at the timeline of industry-shattering gaming news across these 4 days. Talk about whiplash. On May 3rd, gamers get a crushing blow. Grand Theft Auto 6 is delayed. Then, the very next day, the entire industry shakes when Sony outright buys Capcom. May 5th hits and the brand newly released Switch 2 gets completely hacked. And finally, on May 6th, Xbox completely shifts its strategy by dropping a $99 plug-and-play dongle. The dramatic highs and absolute devastating lows for these gaming giants are just happening at breakneck speed. We are seeing two vastly different playbooks from the console giants right now. Xbox is executing a massive pivot. They're releasing a $99 streaming dongle to basically replace traditional consoles, and wow, they've officially lost Halo exclusivity. On the other hand, PlayStation is on an aggressive expansion tear. Not only did they make that earth-shattering acquisition of Capcom, bringing huge franchises in-house, but they also gain Halo on the PS5. It is a total realignment of the gaming ecosystem as we know it. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom and boardroom drama. Look at this epic game roster for May 2026. We've got 007 First Light, Forza Horizon 6, and a brand new IP from Naughty Dog called Aeon. Plus, it's turning out to be the most generous month of the year for freebies, with EA Sports FC 26 and Wu Chang Fallen Feathers dropping for free on PS Plus. So despite the hacks and the corporate chaos, the actual vibrant output of games is arguably better than ever. And humming in the background of all this gaming news, the actual hardware landscape running it all is shifting too. Intel is facing a pretty catastrophic fall right now, really stumbling in this new era. Meanwhile, Apple? They hit a $111 billion record and are aggressively pushing into robotics, while Google is out there teasing a totally portless Pixel 11. The traditional hardware guards are falling, while mobile and lifestyle tech giants are expanding into entirely new frontiers. Section 5. Equipping for the Future. Tech and Games Survival Kit. Now, this isn't just your standard shopping list. It's tactical advice to survive the digital battlefield of 2026. An SSD drive? That's not a luxury anymore. It's practically required to significantly slash loading times. A proper gaming headset is vital, so you can hear crucial environmental sounds before your opponent does. An adjustable DPI gaming mouse gives you that pinpoint precision, and a mechanical keyboard provides the faster response times you need when you're quite literally playing against AI-assisted opponents. Every single millisecond counts. And here is the golden rule for performance: 60. Always aim for frame rates above 60 FPS for the best possible experience. In a world moving this insanely fast, visual fluidity isn't just about making the game look pretty. It's about clarity, reaction time, and frankly, not being left in the dust when the action peaks. To hit these benchmarks, Tech and Games specifically highlights premium gear for gamers looking to tactically upgrade their home setups. For example, they're heavily featuring the Sony PlayStation 5 DualSense wireless controller, The Last of Us Part 2 limited edition. It's a great reminder that even while the cloud and AI are expanding everywhere, the physical, tactile connection you have to your games, the actual controller in your hands, remains absolutely essential. Which leaves us with this final thought. We've seen the incredible creative power of agentic AI, the very sobering reality of quantum ransomware, and an entertainment industry that just fundamentally rewrote its own rules in a matter of days. The future we're describing here, it isn't on its way. It's literally already here, and it's moving fast. So taking a hard look at your own hardware, your passwords, your gaming rigs, in an era of invisible hackers and autonomous code, is your digital setup truly ready for the future? Thank you so much for joining me on The Explainer, and I'll catch you next time.